Wonderful teachers. Time for another Buzz Tip of the Week. I wanted to talk to you this week about the interactive assignment/assessments. So this is where they actually take a test or answer questions specifically in Buzz. And you can do this for homework, you can do it for projects, you can do it for tests, quizzes, whatever you need. So over here, instead of clicking on assignment, you would click assessment. So here, give it a title, whatever it is, if it's a test, a quiz, or a project. Then you come over here and just, please answer the questions or whatever you have on there. Make sure you set your due date and your due time. So, and allow those late submissions. Also on here, you can allow a limited number of attempts. You can do one, you can do custom, or as many tries as they want. You can have all questions per page. Some of our students get overwhelmed when they see a lot of questions, so you can do one or you can do a custom number. Usually I do a one. I usually don't make all answers required. So if you want them to attempt to answer every single question, you can click that button and it won't let them move on to the next question until they've typed something in for that. But that's entirely up to you. So you can have points, percent, or a letter grade. Usually I work off of a point system, so I would use points, and then the grading scale points has to be the same as whatever this is. Of course, sometimes I do work off a rubric, but you can't do an overall rubric for this type of thing. What you have to do is create a rubric. Like if you have an essay, there's an area to create a specific rubric for that, and I'll show you that. So here you enter in your questions. So you have a lot of options here. There could be a passage from a book for like English. There's ordering if you want things in a specific order for science, multiple choice, multiple answer, there's matching, there's fill in the blank, there's essay, and then there's custom. So, with the multiple, or with the multiple choice, you can make them worth as many points as you want. So, the three primary colors are, and then this one that's checked first is usually the correct one. So this would be red, blue, yellow. So then you add other options. Green, blue, how would I spell it right? Red. Then you can add another choice. You can add as many choices as you want to. So, and so on and so forth. But as long as you have the correct one checked off, this is what the system is going to grade on, that one. Okay, so you've got that one. All right, I want to do another question. So I click the plus button. This one, I'm going to make it an essay. I want this one worth 10 points. And compare and contrast the Colossus of Constantine with the Colossal Buddha. And then you can insert the pictures, which you can insert photos with this as well. So I would insert both photos. And then you can put, something down here about what you want them to notice, what you want them to pay attention to in that essay. So, and then this is where you could also, down here, the score is add a rubric. And this works just like your other rubrics. You have your title, you have your 3 different, or 4 or 2 or 1 different level, your different criteria, and however many points you want each one worth, and you can adjust each of these. So that would be the same. So that particular essay, because Buzz will not grade essay questions. So if you want to attach a rubric to the essays, and if you have 3 or 4 essays on it, definitely attach a rubric to each one. So I always go through and make sure that Buzz has graded even the multiple choice answers correctly, because a lot of times when I had put in a fill in the blank one, and it was what are the 3 orders of columns in ancient Greek architecture, and I just always memorized them as Doric, Ionic, and Corinthian, because that's the order that they appeared in history. And I remember that, so that's how I typed it in. But when my student went and typed in like Ionic, Doric, and Corinthian, he typed them out of that order, it gave him a 0 for that question. So I had to go back and change that 0 to a 3 because he got all 3 of them correct. So just when you do set up this interactive assignment, just double check that everything was graded the way that it should have been. So then you just, once you get all your questions entered, again, as many as you want, you can click save. You could also preview that if you wanted to. So if you wanted to take a look at how the student would see it, you could preview that. So just click start, and it would be this one, and then they click the next one, and then it would be that one. So that's kind of what they see on the end. But if you have questions, or if you would like to see this done, or want me to set this up with you, please just let me know. Otherwise, happy charting.